Welcome to Creative Living, where we help you live your most creative life. I'm Jane Klaus. The holidays are going to look a little different this year, so we wanted to get creative and show you ways to have a memorable virtual holiday with your family. But before we get started, let's see what's coming up on the show. Tips to plan your virtual holiday event from an expert. Creative table decor ideas that will have your guests in awe. Plus, we show you some delicious holiday dishes everyone will love. All that and more on this episode of Creative Living. In-person holiday parties are probably not going to happen for many of us this year, but that doesn't mean you can't connect with your family virtually. So here to give us some great ideas on how to create a meaningful virtual holiday is Mindy Moore from More Fun Events. Hi, Mindy.
Hi, Jane.
All right, Mindy, so let's take it from the top. What's the first thing we need to tackle when planning a virtual holiday party?
Well, you want to get your guest list organized. You want to write an itinerary and get your guest list. And there's people all over the country. We have a core of 14, but we also have family in Colorado and we have friends in New York. So we have our guest list of who's going to join us.
And so next on the list, after we know who's coming to the party and when, and we've got all of these Zoom links created, it's menu planning. Your favorite thing to do, plan the menu. Talk about that. How should we consider planning the menu this year?
Well, I think you still want to keep your traditional Thanksgiving dinner. You want the turkey, and everyone can make their own turkey, and everyone will make their specialty for the menu. So we're going to have sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, vegetables, turkey, cranberry sauce, homemade rolls. We do the homemade rolls, and then of course the delicious desserts.
And then you would do it like a contactless delivery, right? So each person creates their specialty and then contactless drops it off at the door.
I had an example of my box. Oh, here it is. And in the box, it says Happy Thanksgiving, is the mashed potatoes, the sweet potatoes, the eggnog, and the brandy. And this will go, and I'm making 6 of these to go to 6 different families to make enough for each of their family. And that way, it's very warm and intimate.
What a great idea, Mindy. I love that. Now, when we think about a virtual holiday celebration at our beautiful tables, we're going to have to put a computer on the table. So you may have your little family of 4 and you're going to connect with all those people online. What should we consider when it comes to placing that computer in the middle of the table?
You want to make its own place setting. Like when you're making the table, placing the table and setting it up, you want to have the computer place as well. And you want it higher so it can kind of look down and it can oversee the table. We actually are going to have a table decorating contest amongst the family. So it's nice that you can see the whole entire table because you put a lot of time in it. So we want the computer to be in a great space so it catches everybody. And when you want to turn and talk, you can turn and talk.
And Mindy, what about family traditions? How important is it for us to keep them going?
I am getting a little emotional, but I think that this year it's more important than ever. And it will give the young kids stability and the feeling of being connected to everybody, even though we're not hugging and kissing. And it'll give the older generation an opportunity to see everybody's face and feel safe and part of the family. So we're going to continue with our traditions.
And Mindy, any last minute advice you have for everyone to have a successful and meaningful virtual holiday?
I think that it's so important to share with your family their traditions, the feelings, give love. So it's really show up for each other. You really have to show up for each other and be flexible and be ready to pivot however we need to.
Mindy Moore, such great advice. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. I hope everyone has a happy, healthy holiday season.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mindy. For more information on More Fun Events, just head to their website. As we plan for the holidays, we'll want to make our stay-at-home feasts extra special this year. So after the menu is planned, a great way to add that unique touch to any holiday dinner is by creating a beautiful tablescape. And I've got a DIY decorating idea that'll take you from Thanksgiving to Christmas with one theme. And since it seems like everyone is jumping on board the cranberry trend these days, let's take a spin on this pop culture sensation for your holiday table. Now, we know using cranberries as decor during the holidays is pretty typical, but the twist here is to add a little rock and a little roll to complete the look. So let's start with your Thanksgiving table. First, lay the foundation with a tablecloth. Next, layer on the centerpieces. Add some pine cones, some fall leaves, and faux cranberry bunches into 2 areas of the table. Place cranberry-colored candles in hurricane glass vases, and add some smaller votives for some additional flicker and glow. For the finishing touch, mix in the metals, the chain, leather, and lace everywhere. Wrap your utensils in matching napkins and tie them up with some twine. And your Thanksgiving tablescape is complete. Now remember, we're using the same elements to create 2 totally different tables. So now to transform the table for Christmas. Let's go back to the foundation and switch out the tablecloth using a red colored fabric instead. For the centerpiece, we want to go big or go your own way and add faux pine garland down the center of the table, add in your faux cranberries, and using the same hurricane candles, place those nestled in the garland. Tuck in those metal bits, swap out the napkins, and use ribbon to tie them up. Add a specialty cranberry cocktail, and your tablescapes will be in your dreams all season long. And there you have it. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow, because the holidays are here, and it's one theme, 2 tables, and totally on trend.
A virtual holiday may not be ideal, but it may be a time to create new traditions, like sharing old home videos or a family photo slideshow over Zoom. Stick around. We've got more to come on Creative Living. Delicious holiday meal ideas with Midwestern meats. And a trip to Nevada to see all they have to offer off the Strip.
The meal is typically the star of any holiday celebration, so we wanted to bring in our guy, Mr. Sizzle. Joining us from Midwestern Meats is Rod McConnell. Hey, Rod.
Jane, how are you? Great to be here.
I love having you on the show, man. You're always so much fun and full of great ideas. You know, Thanksgiving is here, and a lot of people make turkey the star of that table, but you say a turkey breast is the way to go. Why is that?
Jane, a boneless breast, it's so simple. And you know me by now, simple is good. The big turkey's great, but it's a challenge sometimes for people to cook it right, to cut it. This boneless breast, check it out, Jane. Here it is.
Ooh.
That's what it's gonna come out like. And so every piece is perfect. You add it to the plate. It's white meat. It's just very easy. A simple breast like that, 275 degrees for an hour and 10 minutes, easy money.
Now, you also recommend a French cut prime rib. Explain that.
Jane, the French cut prime rib is kind of the opposite side. It's elegant. It's impressive. It's one of a kind. And lately on the internet, you've heard about the tomahawk steaks and how cool they are for everybody. So you can be cool and have this easy to cook meal. Check it out, Jane. Look at this thing. Look what that thing looks like. So it's beautiful. The presentation when you cook it and you put it out is great. And then when you cut it, you give each person one of these ribs. Jane, I'm telling you, they'll probably be eating for 2 days when they get that one. Really, really good, elegant, covers all aspects of a holiday meal.
Mr. Sizzle, you have 2 side dishes that you say our guests' mouths will be watering. What are they?
You know what, Jane, my favorite, because I'm a sweet guy, sweet potato with raisins, honey, butter, unbelievable. They're so nice, they're so soft, and that I just love that sweetness. And here's what we got right here. I got them. So nice.
And we love potatoes. You have a twice baked potato. You're saying that's a good side as well?
The twice baked potato, Jane's a little more complicated, but it's still simple enough. You just get your potatoes, dig them out, mix all your sour cream and your bacon and your cheese, and you stuff it back in. And look what you get. You get these monstrous, big, huge twice baked potatoes. You put that on a plate with that prime rib. You envision it with me?
I'm in it.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
I am starving. I'll be at your house tomorrow for this meal. Mr. Sizzle, I know we love our carbs. Thank you very much. But you also have a veggie dish you want to share with us.
A can of green beans, just a can of green beans, right? You take some bacon, chopped onions, saute it up, make it real crispy. Take some diced tomatoes, throw in there, get it all ready. Just that simple can of green beans, throw in there, Jane. Here's what you're going to get. Okay. Now, I wasn't sure if I should show it because it's not that impressive a picture, is it? But you know what, Jane? 100% guarantee from Mr. Sizzle, everyone will get seconds on the green beans. Guaranteed.
Any last minute advice you have to make our holiday meals a success?
Yes, Jane. I encourage everybody get fresh items. If you're going to do a turkey, get a fresh turkey. It's simple and it all tastes great when it's fresh. And again, just like always, it's 2020. It's about family, but it's also about you. Make things simple. Buy fresh, simple recipes. Don't let the internet get you all crazy with this recipe. Just make it simple and enjoy your family because I guarantee you it will be great.
I love it. Mr. Sizzle says, keep it simple.
Yes, ma'am. Keep it simple. Always eat better, Jane.
Always eat better. Mr. Sizzle, thank you so much for all those great ideas. For more information on Midwestern Meats, just head to their website.
Nevada is the road trip capital of the U.S. So if you're looking to explore the great outdoors, then a trip to Nevada should be on your must-do list. When you're thinking road trips, Las Vegas is at the top of the list. But I'm here to tell you there's a lot more to Nevada than the bright lights of the Strip. Vegas is a perfect home base for the Neon to Nature road trip. Our first of 3 legs, the Red Rockin' Loop, named for the spectacular views at Red Rock Canyon and Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. It's the perfect place to get outside. Whether you're into hiking, biking, or simply sightseeing, this loop winds through one of the most breathtaking corners of the Silver State. Continue south for a short 5-minute drive to Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. This state park gets up close and personal with the same stunning scenery, but with a fraction of the crowd, making it at least as enjoyable, if not more, than its better-known neighbor. Next up on the Neon to Nature road trip is the Fire and Water Loop, which takes us north from Vegas to Nevada's oldest and most popular state park, Valley of Fire. Here, you'll see some of the most amazing landscapes. Arrive early in the morning when the sunrise illuminates the red and orange rocks and wildlife. Then we turn south to visit Lake Mead. If you're into skiing, boating, or fishing the cool water of the country's largest water reservoir at over 120 miles long, this is sure to be a must-stop. And finally, the Colorado River Corridor, which starts with a chance to check out the awesomeness of the Hoover Dam. The sheer power of the structure is unbelievable. Constructed from 1931 to 1936 during the Great Depression and dedicated by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. There's plenty more to do as you work your way south along the Colorado River, with stops in 2 of my favorite Nevada towns, charming Boulder City and the action-packed Laughlin. I hope you enjoyed learning about a few of the great adventures Nevada has to offer on this Nevada road trip. There sure is a lot more to see in the state, but the Neon to Nature road trip is perfect when you want to head out and go exploring. So no matter what road trip you want to take, no matter what direction you decide to go, all you have to do is ask yourself one question.
Are you ready? Are you ready to go? 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 Go, 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 go. Go, go, are you ready to go?
If you're like many of us, during the holidays you may encounter a turkey emergency. But don't worry, the Turkey Talk hotline, it's been around for more than 30 years, and you can call or text them during November or December with your turkey questions. Happy cooking, everyone! Let's see what we've got coming up on the show. Creepy crawlies will be a thing of the past with Burns Pest Elimination. And we visit with Manuel Builders to see how they make home buying easy. Home has become our workplace, our school, and our sanctuary all rolled into one. And at Manuel Builders in Louisiana, they've got the experience to get you into a home to meet all of those needs.
My name is Missy Manuel and I'm co-owner of Manuel Builders. My husband Greg and I have a residential building company that's been in business over 55 years. We focus on custom on your lot and residential in subdivisions, speculative homes. Our core values are community, integrity, and excellence, and those are really important to us. We believe and love people, and we love building homes, safe places for them to do life and make memories.
Manuel Builders really caters to everyone. We have couples that come in and they're trying to downsize. We have first-time home buyers. We have families that are, they're growing. They've outgrown their first home and they're trying to build something that's going to fit their whole family and everybody have their own bedroom. We try to cater to all types of homeowners.
The three things that come to mind that a client should know about themselves when wanting to build a new home would be: 1, do making decisions come easy to you? There are tons of decisions that will need to be made along the way, so knowing if you may need guidance would definitely help you find the builder right for you. 2nd, what is your lifestyle? How will the home contribute to your day-to-day life, and how will it enhance the way you function in the space? Lastly, what are your essentials? As in, what is your must-have list? What features and elements are important to you and will make your home unique to who you are and match how you live?
For homeowners that are looking to build a custom home, I would say that we are definitely a fit for you. We offer tons of options and everything is located in our design center, so that way it's a seamless and easy process for you and less stressful.
This may sound a bit unusual, but my absolute favorite space to design is the living room, primarily because it's the heart of the home and there are so many things to consider. Living rooms are used to entertain and socialize with friends, yet it's also a place of refuge for individuals and family members to rest and relax from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Elements such as lighting, views in and out of the space, and the overall layout are all important to making this space feel a certain way. Tailoring that correctly to each homeowner is always very important to me.
It's so important for us to connect with the homeowners on a personal level, so that way we can really understand how they live and what they need in their new home.
I would think that anytime someone decides to build, they're really looking to create their forever home. Something that really speaks to who they are and something that they can create that really works well for their family and their way of life.
When a customer walks into their home for the first time, I want them to be able to see the craftsmanship, and I want them to feel like they're walking into their dream home for the first time.
Don't go anywhere. Creative Living has much more coming up. A company helping you to rid your home of pests. At Burns Pest Elimination, they believe service makes the difference. And for this family-owned business, they've made it their mission to get rid of those pests around your home.
Scorpions, ants, mice, mosquitoes. Those are just some of the things we deal with literally every day in the Southwest marketplace. Hi, I'm Dave Burns. I'm the president of Burns Pest Elimination. We started in 1983. My family really had been involved in family businesses most of my young life, and Burns was an opportunity for us to do that again. So in 1983, my father, my brother, and we started Burns Pest Elimination. We started it from basically ground zero. I think we had 43 accounts when we started this company, and today, gosh, we have in excess of 80,000 accounts. You know, when the whole COVID thing started, we took a little different perspective. What we really wanted to be was a steward in the community. So what we did, we started Keep Local Doors Open. And what it did is we just took our money and we invested it back in the community to identify small businesses in our communities, and we spotlight them on our advertising programs. We've been in these communities for 37 years. The Phoenix metro area, Phoenix, Mesa, Tempe, Chandler, the Tucson area, the Las Vegas, Southern Nevada area. We're a staple there. We are homegrown people in these communities. So we feel that if we're going to recover quickly from this that most of us really didn't have any control over, it's up to us. It's up to us as individual business owners, people of the community, families of the community, to support the community. When a customer brings Burns into their home to take care of their pest problems, you can expect, number one, for us to be professional. We're going to be on time. We're going to respect your life, your personal things. Safety is always our number one concern. So we're going to always look at your environment so that what we ultimately give you is the very best in service, with the very best in protection, and know that for 37 years we've stood behind it and we'll stand by it for another 37 years. I think the biggest value that Burns provides people is the fact that it's a family-run company. And I think the fact that our mission statement says that we're going to be the very best in customer service, providing satisfactory results to each and every one of our valued clients, says it all when it comes to what we stand for. We're all about family.
Thanks for joining us here on Creative Living. Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Jane Klaus. I'll see you next time.